Hey you all, and welcome back to my channel. We're doing something today, and excuse all the mess in front of you, but we gotta use it all. So this is something I saw Cooking con Omi make. I'm just making a twist on it. I tried to make it with the chorizo and I wasn't a fan of the chorizo. So I'm gonna actually make this hors d'oeuvre o entremese que vi que Cooking con Omi estaba haciendo. It's just que I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. Lo voy a hacer a mi manera. So yo estoy echando aquí carne de cerdo. I'm using ground pork. You don't have to use ground pork. You could use ground beef, ground chicken, ground turkey, whatever suits your bowl. If you look at Cooking con Omi's dish, it's with the with the tropical chorizo. I'm actually not a big fan. Now, what I'm going to do first of all, I'm going to take off this glove because I just touched raw product, and I want to do this video, and I don't want this video to be 1,000 years long. So I'm going to really try my best. So what I'm going to do now to this meat here is, number one, is that I'm cracking an egg. Un huevito. One egg. And to this, I'm going to do my spices. I'm putting oregano. Okay? Oregano. And I'm keeping this here because I'm doing a second dish in a minute. Some black pepper. Hello. Because I can. We're going to add to this, we're going to add some color. Some, in this case, I'm using some sazon. A little bit of color. Everything is to your liking. You can season it whichever way suits your boat, whichever way you like. Garlic, hello, garlic is life. Siempre se le echa ajo a todo. Vamos a echarle un chin de adobo. ¿Por qué? Porque it needs to be seasoned. Y porque a mí me gusta el pique, yo le voy a echar pique. Esto. These are those the chili flakes that have been grounded. Now, to this, I gotta... oh my God. Se me metió la nariz. I'm gonna add a little bit of fresh garlic. Un poquito, because hello, garlic is life. Hashtag that. And to this, I am going to add... okay, before we add breadcrumbs, we're gonna go ahead and go into our refrigerator, grab a little bit of milk, and we're gonna add un toquecito de leche, a little bit, and we're gonna add breadcrumbs, and then you're gonna use the amount of breadcrumbs que te dé tu corazón. You're gonna feel it. Now, what we're gonna do now is that I'm gonna go in with my hands. Make sure you use gloves so that way you don't have to be dirtying anything, okay? And you're gonna start going massaging this stuff together, all these flavors. Okay? All of it. Keep going until you have something uniform. I am going to add to this, now that I'm looking at it, that it needs it. Usually I will add sofrito, but I'm not gonna add sofrito. I am going to add a little bit of ¿cómo es? Dry cilantro. Just para que le dé color. Okay, so vamos a seguir venía until I'll show you. So being all honest, I added an extra egg because it was a lot of meat, and I added a little bit more adobo and just another sprinkle of what is it? Breadcrumbs. Now what we're gonna do is Omi used a melon scoop. I have one. I just don't want to go to the basement to get it. So hello, no lo voy a usar. So I'm putting on a pair of fresh, clean gloves because hello, tú no quieres cross contamination, because después ya tú sabes cómo las cosas se ven y ya ustedes saben que después la gente habla. So what we're gonna do is that as soon as I find my scooper, oh, here it is, we're gonna have a sheet of parchment paper with or on in a sheet pan, and we're gonna go ahead and grab the bolitas, and you can make these as big or as little as you possibly want. Now my oven is preheating to 350. I'm gonna do just a few for now. I probably won't make this whole thing. This is a lot, pero mira, perfecto. Bolitas. So that's what we're gonna do. I'll show you once I'm finished doing all these bolitas. So meatballs done. No, I did not make that whole thing of meatballs. I'm gonna put this at a 350-degree oven, and I'm gonna check them throughout. I want them to caramelize. I want them to be cooked through. Excuse me, you do not want to eat raw pork. Number two, see that in the back I have some, well, let me just do this. I have roasted peppers. Not roasted, I'm sorry. I have peppers in the back that I've cut up. Now, I'm making two things with this. The next video you'll watch, I'm going to make pinchos. But I am going to grab an amount of these, and not too big. And I'm going to actually put them in the oven for a little while because I want them to cook before we make those hors d'oeuvres. Then I'm going to give you the ingredients for the next step. This is what we're using for the sauce. Okay, so we're going to use half a stick of butter. Half of a stick of butter, which we're going to turn on in a minute. Well, we're doing it now, but we're turning on our stove. A half a stick of butter, the juice of 1 can of pineapples. Make sure it's in its own juice. 3/4 of a cup of barbecue sauce. I have pineapples, which is going to be used in a minute. Honey, cornstarch. That's what the sauce is. We're also going to be adding other ingredients, but just a little later. For now, I want to focus on making this sauce. I'm also going to add a little bit of the chili garlic sauce, only because I like the spice on it. So in our pot or pan, we're going to go ahead and start melting the butter. So we're going to melt the butter, and we're going to goodness happens here. I think, it's what makes this dish to me. Omi made it. Omi, you use these cute little toothpicks for this, but I wasn't as fancy, so we'll see. Anyways, we're gonna melt the butter, and as we melt the butter, we're gonna add our barbecue sauce to it. Barbecue sauce is to your likings. You could use already a store-bought, or you could just make your own. Yo no tengo ese tiempo para estar haciendo para mí, I don't have that type of time. We're going to add a little bit of the chili flakes. Why? Because me gusta. Voy a venirlo. I'm trying to get everything incorporated. I'm going to add my pineapple juice while I'm at it. Let everything do its thing by itself. ¿A qué te vas a meter? I'm going to do a little squeeze of honey. And now we're going to go ahead and stir until everything comes together. And once everything comes together, what we do is that we add a little bit of cornstarch, maybe about a teaspoon and a half of cornstarch, so we could thicken this up a little bit. But remember one thing, in here, once you get those meatballs cooked, and the pineapple, the meatballs, everything is going directly in here. So now let's just allow this to do its thing. So right now, as you see, it's pretty much incorporated. Now, we're going to grab our cornstarch, and I'm going to start by adding 1 teaspoon, maybe 1 and a little bit. Okay? And we're going to start working it. Why? Because if not, it's going to clump up. You do not need nothing clumped up. And if you find that it's a little bit too thick, you could always add a little bit more juice or a little bit of water. So seguimos ahí veniendo until it starts to bubble up. You will see in a little bit. Let me continue to whisk here until all these lumps are gone. So as you can tell, smooth. If you have a hard time, by the way, you could always just take your cornstarch, put it, let's say a teaspoon and a half of cornstarch and a little bit of water, and mix it together and then add it, so that way it doesn't clump up. You don't have to work as hard as I did. So I'm just letting this thicken up for just a little bit. Why just a little bit? Just a little bit. Let it do its thing. Okay, because once I add everything to it, it's going to finish up. So I'm going to shut it off for now and check on my rest of the ingredients. By the way, you will be using frying cheese, como queso tropical de freír, queso de freír. And you're going to cut it into cubed, about this big. And you're going to be frying those. And I'll show you in a minute. Now you're going to take whatever cooking oil you want to have. You want to use avocado oil. You can use, I don't know, corn oil, canola, whatever you want to use. Olive, I don't care. It's up to you. And what you're going to do is you're going to let it warm up. And we're going to start frying cheese. Now, frying the cheese, you do need to do it in batches. Why do you need to do it in batches? Is because of the fact that if not, they're going to burn on you. They cook pretty fast. So you don't want nothing burning. You follow? So for now, we're going to heat up that oil, and I will show you the next step. So we're starting with the cheese. We're going to go ahead and do like that much at a time. Lower the flame. It's going to go pretty fast. Grab yourself a little spatula. If you overcrowd the pan, lo que pasa es que they melt too quick and se te pegan. Eso es rápido. Rápido, friendo y comiendo. Right? So we're going to allow these to cook. And once we get everything golden brown, we put them in a tissue, let them drain. And we go to the next step. But that's pretty much the idea of this. I'm going to get myself my napkins together. And we are going to go ahead and get started. This is almost ready. So I just want to make sure you see one. You know, you want to make sure that all sides are looking nice and golden. And we put them into paper towels to drain. And that's it. We continue till we finish them. Okay, continuing with our sauce. Sauce is at a medium. And what we're going to do is we're going to add our peppers that I roasted just a little bit. Just a little bit. They still got bite. Me estoy quemando. Okay? And to that, we're going to start adding our meatballs. Just to get everything getting to know each other. ¿Ustedes me entienden? You get everything to know each other. We're not done. One more thing. We're going in there. What's going in there, you said? My pineapples. Why the pineapples? Because. Porque me da la gana. No, because, hello, it just goes. Okay? It just goes. And we're going to heat it through for a little bit. Not much. And we're going to go ahead and just take them. I'm going to actually put my whole pineapple in there. And I'm going to let it get to know each other. You know, como tú estás, se conocen. You get all the flavors directly in there. Just for a few. And next is we got to assemble. This is like the best part of it. No, the best part is comiéndotelo. Pero lo que vamos a hacer ahí is that we're going to remove what's left of the sauce. So we're going to remove one thing and add the other. So for right now, we need like a small bowl. So I'm going to grab a bowl and I'm going to remove all my yumminess that's in there. Ya todo está ahí, se conoció. ¿Tú me entiendes? Like, hey, what's up? How you doing? I'm good. How are you? You know, so everything is getting to know each other. Todo tiene el sabor. That's the important part, right? And now we're going to go ahead and remove without trying to make too much of a mess and put it in the bowl or the plate or whatever. If you don't have enough peppers, all you got to do is use raw peppers. It'll be fine. Because I don't know if I roasted enough. In the meantime, what I'll do, you see this sauce? Tú ven esa salsa. Y yo la voy a dejar ahí cocinando un ratito. Esa salsita, that little sauce is going to be your dipping sauce. But just because I might need a couple of more peppers, I'm going to add just like a little handful of peppers and put them in there. Just for them to cook a little bit while I do the rest. Okay? I sometimes find that the best way for a person to bregar es con las manos. I don't have the fancy toothpicks that Omi use, but I do have some. I have these. These are not Christmassy, but I have these. But look what we're going to do. We're going to grab a meatball, okay? Y la va a enterrar. One, right? Grab a pepper. Y se lo va a enterrar. You're going to grab a pineapple. Y se la va a enterrar. Y lo bajas un poco. Y por último, no, súbelo un poco. Le vas a enterrar a piece of frying cheese. You follow me? ¿Lo estás viendo? Vamos otra vez. Vamos. Okay, I did. So, meatball. Pepper. I have yellow and I have red. Then we do a pineapple. Y lo último es un pedazo de queso. Okay? And you keep doing that until you're done. And there you have it. Yes, we could have gotten a lot more out of it, pero no, me cansé. Ya. This is it. Más o menos lo que hizo Omi, except Omi lo hizo con chorizo, what is it called? With whatever it was. It was that sausage thing. Yo lo hice con ground pork, queso. ¿Sabes qué? Yo no voy a dañar eso. Yo voy a coger uno de los que tengo acá. And I'm going to just show you. Perfect. Glazed. Oh, now you just take the rest of the sauce and you dip it in. And simply and delicious, you eat. Now this is good. This is good. I don't want to chew and talk, but thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, follow, leave me a message, anything. And I'm going to hashtag Omi, cocinando con Omi, or cooking con Omi. Because she gave me the idea. Sorry, I'm still chewing. Great for Christmas, I think. Like she said, esto no dura en la mesa. Put this in platters, make it look cute. Use whatever toothpick. If you don't have these, use the little one. No importa. The important part que lo haga. So God bless you guys, and I will see you all in the next video. Again, don't forget to hashtag Garlic is Life, hashtag Maddie, Chef's Life. And we will see you guys on the next video. God bless you. Bye.